Hey guys, what's up? It's me, Jonathan, and welcome back to Money Talks. Today I want to give you a few updates on the stimulus plan and some other things that are happening as far as the economy, just to give you some encouragement. But also I want to give you some things that you can walk away with to help make, again, the most of this $1,200. If this is your first time joining me here on the channel, go ahead and hit that subscribe button and you will be notified every time I upload a video. Now, a lot of things have come out just before the weekend hit as far as the IRS website for uploading your direct deposit information. Some people are already receiving their direct deposit. When the potential new app for direct deposit, more people are making adjustments so that they can refund you for bills and services that you have. And it's kind of hard to make sense of all of it. So let's walk through a few of those things to get you prepared for this upcoming week. Number one, the IRS did release a website to upload for your direct deposit, and that is something they had spoken about previously. But this portal was just for non-filers or people who were on Social Security and need to update their information. For many people, the way to change their information will probably come over this next week when they release. They're expected, not confirmed on a date yet, but they're expected to release an app where you can enter your adjusted gross income, enter your direct deposit information, your bank account number, your routing number, so that it will process your stimulus through that information. But it's still kind of more to come on that information. But definitely double check the Irs.gov website frequently so that you know when that portal has become live. And I'll do my best to update you as quick as possible as well. But what about the people who have received checks already? Well, if you're a Chime user or NetSpend user, utilizing those type of institutions, what those institutions did was they front loaded the money and they awaited confirmation from the U.S. Treasury for those deposits. So that's not actually the IRS deposit. It's actually the company, the Chime, the NetSpend, front load that money for its users to be able to use. Still not a bad thing, but it can be misleading as far as not lining up with the direct deposit date. Again, which brings me to the next point. The direct deposits for many people who have direct deposit for that 2018-2019 tax year, that is set to start going out this week. And that's why it's important that you really watch for the update for the IRS to put that portal up so that you're able to upload your information. Otherwise, checks are supposed and scheduled to be distributed around the 20th of the month. But the 20th also is an interesting day as well. There's information saying that there may be another payment to come, but that won't be discussed till the Senate and Congress and the government comes back into their hearing on April 20th. But again, this is all kind of speculative. Nothing's been confirmed, so you want to kind of watch as this goes. But again, these are very, very good things happening, meaning the checks are finally coming. It helps you get some relief for your bills. The other thing is many insurance carriers are causing discounts or even refunding premiums because they expect that many people, because of the lack of driving, there will be a decrease in accidents. Again, that's a positive for your budget so that you're able to make your household run more, operate efficiently, and make it through this tough time. Again, a lot of this information is all over the place, and there's so many things coming at you at one time. But the best thing you can do is call the people that you have debt with, call the people that you have services with, and talk to them. I know that's a time-consuming activity, but a call could be the thing that alleviates some of the financial pressure that you may be feeling. Which takes me to my next point. When you get this check, some of you are maybe still working. Some of you may not be working. This is about the middle of the month, and you may be kind of in the middle of your financial storm for this month. I want you to do, if you can, try to take a pause on those payments. Don't feel like you have to necessarily make any rash decision, because a quick decision can often be a bad decision. I want you again to make sure you're making each financial decision now, slowly, methodically, and using lots and lots of wisdom, because you want to make sure these resources go as far as possible. If you're not working, this could buy you some time so that you can get that engine of income going. But again, check grocery stores, check Amazon, FedEx, UPS. There are a lot of different places still hiring during this pandemic, and it doesn't have to stop you for your income search. Yeah, it may not be the job that you actually desire, but at this point, it's about what can you do to get that income engine going until we open back up fully and operate fully as an economy, and get you back into a spot of a position that matches your skills more closely and that you actually want to do. Right now, it's all about what can you do to put the food on your table and make things as least stressful and tense financially for you and your household. That is nothing wrong with that. The other thing I want you to think about is throughout all this information, when this pandemic first started, a lot of focus was on the stock market. Have you recently heard any type of updates for it? I know a lot of the news updates I'm seeing is mostly about, hey, this is how many deaths or this is how many cases. Again, this is a terrible time for our country, and we are being affected by our health. And we do need to watch and maintain good health practices, social distancing, covering up, all those different things, so that you're preparing yourself as best as possible. But the stock market isn't mentioned as much now as it was in the beginning. And one of the reasons is stock market actually has been coming back up. Hasn't went to a full big swing, but it's been having some gain, and it's been systematic. Did we potentially miss the bottom of it? Well, we won't fully know until we come out of this pandemic and this huge event. But the stock market returning dividends and the stock market moving in a positive direction can be a positive and hopeful sign for you about the direction we're headed in. Again, you probably didn't think you would survive this long, or you didn't know how you would survive doing. But the fact is, you are surviving. You are managing through it. Now, it's no longer, I don't know what the impact is. It's how much longer is the impact, and what can you do to continue to weather the storm. You can make it through. Next, as you get this check, pause on it for a second if you can. Don't feel like you have to make rash decisions. Really think about where you can put these funds and what is going to be the best thing for you. Continue to be in contact with your expense carriers, meaning your home, your mortgage, your auto insurance, all those different things, until you get the results that you need for your situation. You want to know what options you have to pull to make your situation stay afloat. And then lastly, I want you to be on guard in protecting yourself, because as these checks begin to roll out, fraud will increase and attempts will increase. So you want to be cognitive that banks don't typically request your account information through email. IRS doesn't typically request your account information over the phone. Things like that. But what you can do is, when someone asks for that, double and triple check that information. But also, you can reach out to these institutions yourself to verify that this is legit. Go to someone where you feel comfortable. A lot of these banks are still open, so you can walk into that institution and verify that information. The IRS, the same thing. You can call numbers that you know work for the IRS and get that information verified. Now, you will have to stay on hold for a while, but it'll be worth it so that you don't make the wrong decision and end up giving your information and putting yourself in a worse situation in this whole chaos. Again, you can make it through this situation. It will be okay, and you will be better for it. But you have to start to look and take the indicators of what's happening around you to really understand, well, how bad is the situation? It is bad, but you will make it through it. And from a historical perspective, we've always come back on top. The stock market have always come back, roaring back, and America has always done better financially and emotionally, health-wise. We've always been prosperous. So this time, I expect no different. I hope this video is helpful for you, and I can't wait to see you in the next video.